So in 2026, political tensions and the risk of retaliatory tariffs continue to fuel a high diversification effort for fashion designers and players around the world. From one hand, we see in the short term India, Indonesia, ASEAN nations set to benefit from movements away from China by international manufacturers and brands, with China still accounting for 45% of the global production of textile and leather goods as of today. However, we also see Chinese players and brands increasingly rethinking their export strategy to offset the losses from the US market. In particular, there is been focus on large markets such as Brazil, Indonesia, India, and we've seen players such as the ultra-fast fashion player Shein returning to India, increasing its production capabilities in India, as well as increasing its capabilities of production and exports from Brazil to really further penetrate the Latin American markets and potentially serve the US market as well without having high tariffs like for China-made goods. Conversely, we see also some other Chinese players rethinking their export strategies through M&As or by leveraging heritage brands to further penetrate the European markets or the US. This is the case, for example, of the sportswear player ANTA Group, which has a large portfolio of brands, including Fila or Arc'teryx, as well as Salomon, and most recently acquired the outdoor player Jeal Fouski in April 2025 to really further penetrate the outdoor segment in Europe. I'd like to think also of the example of Urban Revivo, a Chinese fashion player which has opened lots of high street stores outside of China. Over 400 stores indeed have been opened in 2025 across Southeast Asia like Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, but also flagship stores in Soho in New York as well as London, and with more plans to open across Europe. So what we see as well is the reshuffling of trade agreements, the reshuffling of the economic influence of Asian players, mostly China at the moment, and how this is also redesigning the way international players think of the China market. First of all, we are seeing brands like Zara increasingly collaborating with Chinese designers. For example, most recently they collaborated with Feng Li, a renowned textile artist from China, for a special collection. We're also seeing very high-profile designers like Kim Jones proudly saying they're working with Chinese brands such as Bozideng.